All right. What's up, guys? Here for Tuesday. Firstly, tomorrow is Veterans Day. Um, People have been asking me, will we work out on Veterans Day tomorrow? The answer is, yeah, of course, dude. It's Veterans Day. All right. So Wednesday, November 11th, we are working out on Veterans Day. Why? Because Veterans Day is all about our troops, right? And our troops are the hardest workers on earth. So to honor them, we will be working out. So, what was I going to say? Um, and it's also because I already paid for the gym. So I'm not just going to waste that money, dude. So, yes, we are working out on Wednesday, Veterans Day. I don't take too many days off, if you notice that. And the reason for that is I don't think Leandre's here yet, is he? I'm not sure. What's up, Finn Kaufman? How you doing, man? Um, the reason that I work out every day is because that's the goal. The goal is to help you guys reach a higher level. And people that reach the higher level, they work out every single day. All right. Here in Moraga, the La Miranda area, we have a very, very special, unique thing here. We have superior athletes, superior athletes in the sport of swimming. All right. And it's cool to see them because we get to see exactly what they do. And watching what they do on a daily basis, it's insane. I mean, they start off when they're 2 years old and they work like five days a week. If they're a top swimmer, by the time that they're six, it's like every day a week. I mean, they're insane. I don't know if they swim during the wintertime, but I mean, those people are hard workers. And they just go and go and go and go. And they also have top trainers. It's not just like, oh, a mom's coaching this team. All right. It's like, no, we have this like former Olympian coaching these kids. So that's an extremely serious sport here that we get the opportunity to copy. And I think basketball wise, we might be the only program trying to copy off of them. Maybe we don't do as well a job, but we're trying. And other programs, I don't think that they're even looking at that. They're going, whoa. And most people that do basketball in this town, they say, hey, my kid doesn't want to do anything as hard as swim. Can we just do your sport for fun? All right. So that's the goal. The goal is to try to keep up to those people. I got a fact, John. When Jews lived in the inner city, we were the best at basketball. When blacks moved and need left, blacks became better. That is actually true. The first basketball players that were any good were Jewish people. And they actually said Jewish people were only good at basketball because of like I don't know what they said because of their minds are different or like their hips. They started making up reasons, and it was kind of trying to be like racist. It was really weird. So when blacks became good, they were like, "Oh, this is only because the blacks have an extra muscle in their body." People love excuses. When Tiger Woods first started playing golf, they said, "Oh, it's the swivel of his hips. It's special." No, how about he just worked harder than you? How about they just cared more? But yeah, it definitely starts from a young age, and it's your environment. If everyone's playing, you're gonna play. If everyone's doing this, you're gonna do that. So people here don't question the swim thing. You can also create your own culture as well. All right, and if you can create your culture, you can create it for your own team. All right, and it goes with the quote of the day. The quote of the day is, "You've got this." I know it's gonna be hard. So I'm working out Sway as always, and he actually had a game or a few games this last Sunday. He said he didn't do that well. He said he didn't know how to figure out how to like score on people without over dribbling. Said it was kind of struggle. He kind of struggled on defense, kind of struggled on offense because they were faster and stronger. And I offered him this. I said, listen, the workouts that we do are not to get better for high school. They're not. If I'm being honest with you, they are not. They're to get better for college. It's to give you a better chance to go to college. All right. And I've done this before with the player, and the player that I'm talking about is Emma Godfrey. She was doing all my workouts. She couldn't quite dribble the ball. She wasn't very quick. She had all these holes in her game, and I was like, let's fill in every single hole. Let's make it the greatest player that we possibly can. And then she kind of got she was down to do it, but then by her junior year, she got a little bit tired because her team wasn't trying that hard, and like her coach didn't have long term goals. So she's like, I want to be good now instead. So then we changed practices up. And I said, okay, cool. No more dribbling. No more defense. Don't worry about that stuff. It doesn't matter for high school. And we took off all this stuff that would have helped her become a better college player, but she said she wanted high school. And we just said, practice this jumper. We're going to practice it every single day. And then practice a finish on a layup every single day. And then practice catching the ball. I think we did. That was it. We was on just those three things only. She never got better at shooting threes, never got better at anything else. But she got so good at those three things, she dominated within the next month at high school basketball and killed. And she ended up going to a D3. She could have gone higher, but she didn't really want to. So that's her choice. So for you guys, if you're a young kid like Leandra here, to dominate at his level, just triple team the best player, press the team with 5 people, do things to just cheat the system. All right, shoot the ball with 2 hands. All right, you can cheat yourself, but then you won't be better when you're older. So I asked him if he wanted to do that to get better now, because he keeps complaining he's not beating his friend. He's complaining he's not doing well in these games, and that's because we're working on concepts that he's not understanding. So we will spend, let's say, 40 minutes a day talking and plotting out his position on the court, where he's supposed to stand, what he's supposed to do. And the next time that we talk about that thing, he'll forget it, because, he's a kid. And it was like his first or second time hearing it. It takes more time than that, right? And instead of doing that, what we could have been doing with those 40 minutes every single day, instead of wasting it, because you can't consider it a waste, because he keeps forgetting it, so he can't apply it to the games. So it's a waste. Also, his team isn't doing that high-level stuff, so it's a waste. It's a waste. Instead of spending that 40 minutes on things to make him better for right now, things to make him better in the future, we could have been spending it on just shooting. There you go. Because I said, why did you really have a bad game? He goes, I couldn't make a shot. I was like, okay, cool. Let's just work on your shot. Let's not get better at anything else. Just work on your shot, and we can make sure that you score 30 points next game. Will you feel better? He's like, nah, you're right. So he starts seeing the long term. And in life, it's a battle between the long term and the short term. A lot of people need the short term. They need instant gratification. But then if you can hold up, if you can be patient, you can wait for that long term. I saw a mom in the playground the other day, and she was with her 2-year-old daughter. And I told her the biggest lesson that she could learn, and she was actually eager to listen, because I think it was like her first kid. I said, I coach so many kids, and the biggest lesson that you can learn is to teach your daughter patience. All right? When she wants you to listen to her right away and you're talking to someone, tell her, wait, no. And when she wants to eat right away, wait. And like whatever it is, she wants to like scream for the bottle right away, wait. And if she can't wait for 10 minutes, have her wait for 10 seconds. And then reward her and say, hey, great job, you waited 10 seconds. And then maybe next time she can wait 15 seconds, and then a minute. And then, like you guys, once she gets older, then she can wait for 3 years. And the longer that you can work hard and wait and be patient for the actual reward, the better that you're going to be. But the more that you need it right now, like you need it right now, I need to win, the worse you're going to be for your life. So you have to be patient. But you can't just be patient and say, okay, I'll stand here and wait. I'm waiting. No, that won't work, because you've done nothing. You have to be fiercely patient. Basically, you have to act like there's a fire in the house before fire is even invented. You have to work so hard every day. You have to pretend like there's a game tomorrow and work that hard. But you're working for a game that isn't for 5 years. All right? You must try as hard as you can, like it's about to happen in an hour even. But you must do that perpetually for years and years and years. If you can pull that trick off, you can get anything that you want in life. The world is yours. All right, but again, you've got this. All right, let's start with our workouts. We have elementary school spin move series. This is the Tuesday, so we're working on team stuff. We will start with the warm up, and we would do spin move series, so that when we do for the games we have I think for the games we do all 12 different warm ups. All right, you want to go through them all. You got about like maybe 10-minute warm up, maybe 5-minute warm up. You divide it by 12 to figure out how long they get to go. So if you have, let's say, a 4-minute warm up, you want to do each one of those things for like 20 seconds. I mean, it's not that great, that great a warm up, but it's good. All right. And it's just so that you can get in the groove of things, so that you can be moving around. You do all of our stuff, whether it be the spin move series, reverse layups. You can do the curl jumper thing. We call that horseshoe shots. All right. The defense, the help side thing. Okay. We have all our different warm up drills, but for practice, we actually practice the one thing for 10 straight minutes. And this one thing is spin move series. Spin move series is when you dribble in for a spin move, score with the opposite hand, jump off one leg. You can do a fake spin, jump shots, full spin, pump fake, rip through, or fake spin, pump fake, rip through, or a rocker step where you go fake spin, show, and then go. All right. That's the spin move series. Next one is 2-on-2-on-2 triangle. I almost said too many 2-on-2s. 2-on-2-on-2 triangle. All right. And this drill is our full court drill that we go through and we pass the ball to the other wing, try to cut in front of our defender, go off the weak side, and then we get screened down for it to a game of 1-on-1. And then the rebounders go down to a game of 1-on-1 full court, and then we repeat that cycle over and over and over again. It's a fun drill. Next one is force post middle. We work all our time on forcing the wing players to drive baseline. All right, and this is another one that Sway messed up today. All right, I told him for his game, or I asked him for his game. He couldn't hit shots. I was like, "How? Well, did you create for other people?" He's like, "Not really." I was like, "Well, did you drive?" And I was like, "If you drive here," and I drove toward the middle, and they help out, now you can drop the ball down, and there's no help side. It's impossible to help. I said, "Why is it impossible to help?" He's like, "I don't know." I said, "Well, where do you want the defense? Well, as a defender, where do you want them to never drive?" And he couldn't answer the question. And that's a problem. And that's why we go over it. So, hey, John, do you like throwing bounce passes? Of course. Is this like a joke? Do you like eating fish sticks? But he didn't know to force his man toward the baseline. He didn't think about it. So I'm sure in the game, he's not thinking about it either. And then during the games, you want to go toward the middle, because if you do get in the middle and helps, you get to make bounce passes, alley-oops to everyone, or kickouts. It's impossible to help a middle drive. So on offense, you want to make that middle drive. On defense, you want to force them away from the middle drive. And if this throwing bounce pass thing is serious, a serious question, I would say yes. Overhead passes are great for cross-court passes, but bounce passes are awesome because you get to get the ball past a number of defenders. All right. And when you make a pass, if someone's guarding them, their hand's up, their hand probably isn't down by their foot. So a bounce pass is like a really sneaky way to make a curveball, basically. Okay. So imagine someone was right in front of you, and then someone was behind that person. You want to pass to the person in front of them. And if you were able to throw a curveball with the basketball and have it go straight and then loop around them, that'd be awesome, right? Well, a bounce pass is like a curveball, but it's a vertical drop. It'll go down to where they can't reach it, then come back to where your man can reach it. All right. And if you have that passing repertoire, it allows you to do things that you wouldn't normally be able to do. One exception is when you're passing the ball to big men within the key. Inside the key, you do not want to throw a bounce pass to a big man, because if he has to catch it low, he's too big. They're going to take the ball from you. You have to throw the ball up high. But for backdoor passes, it's good for a bounce pass. Don't want to do bounce passes on full court presses as well. But overall, bounce pass is a great pass. All right, next one is poly pyramid. That's 2 plays mixed into one, so we can learn our offense, but also to learn some footwork and to combine everyone moving into the same play. 0 to 3 seconds up by 1. 0 to 3 seconds up by 3. Sideline out of bounds. All right, that means there's less than 3 seconds. You're up by 3. Sideline out of bounds. All right, this is a play where a lot of people like to maybe foul. I have a special rule where if they have amazing shooters and you have amazing defenders who are smart, then you can maybe foul. as they catch the ball, because there's a chance that they may catch it and shoot right away. And if you're trying to foul, you might foul them on the 3-point shot, and that's horrible. So only if you have smart, amazing defenders. But if they have bad 3-point shooters, make them make it. Don't foul. So only the combination of great offensive players and great defensive players do you do the foul on purpose thing. All right. Other than those two exact things, I say make them hit the tough shot. All right. And if there's 1 second on the clock, 2 seconds on the clock, maybe one, you don't even have to guard the person taking the ball out of bounds, but I would still do it just to make the pass hard. Wave your hands. If someone cuts to the basket, I guess you can also let them catch the ball at the basket, because if they score a layup, you're up by 3. All right. Again, that's with less than 3 seconds left, and you have all the time in the world, and especially when you're not playing in the NBA, because if they make a layup, the time doesn't stop. The time only stops on timeouts. In the NBA, the time stops for everything. So realize that and understand the difference. Can you explain the difference between pyramid and triangle? I would say pyramid and triangle. Triangle is just our play where we pass the ball to the wing, cut through, and go out the weak side. Skip it. Inside players keep switching. Pyramid is our pick the picker play. And you can type this into YouTube. It's called America's play. We pass the ball to the wing, cut through on the strong side, and then we screen across for the low post. He comes over, and then the high post screens down for the screener. The weak side guy stays there. So that's the difference between pyramid and triangle. So triangle, if you're looking for that, that's just a basic motion. All right. Most people do a basic motion of some sort. And then pyramid is called America's play. Again, it's pick the picker or America's play. But usually pick the picker is shorthand for an out of bounds play. All right. For this one, it's America's play. There's also a UCLA cut action. So some people call it a UCLA cut, and they will do the screen across down screen action. So it's either UCLA, Utah, people call it, or America's play. We call the play pyramid. Right. And again, when we're talking about like fixed plays, I know like I heard the NBA guys talking about it a lot. And they're always like, oh yeah, we know each other's plays, we know each other's calls. It's an X2 Niner. And I'm like, oh dude, I don't know what that means. And I think it'd be so cool to be like in the lingo of the NBA. Well, know this. Before you get to the NBA, for college, for high school, junior high, and elementary, all the plays are called the same thing, basically, for the most part. And like if your coach calls it something different, he'll know the other name. All right. So plays like that are like flex, motion, horns, pick and roll, obviously. There's a number of stacks. All right. The stacks on out of bounds, stacks on the also on the 2 blocks when you're running things like that. There's options where you basically, if you know your offense, you know other people's offense as well, and you can notice it too. So pay attention to zipper cuts. Zipper cuts when you screen from the block to up top. All right. Pay attention to all those words, because you're going to hear them over and over again, and you can pick out people's plays. All right. And you can notice plays just by hearing them, but also seeing them too. Because plays usually to come in there's only like maybe 10 different ones, 12 different ones maybe. And people will change them by this much. They won't change them by a lot. All right. So understand people's plays. That's why you don't call it Iverson cut. That is exactly why I don't call it the Iverson cut. Yeah. All right. Because if you call them by their names, everyone's going to be like, no, I know that. Duh. All right. So understand the names of calls. Next thing is the motivational quote of the day is, you can't put a limit on anything. The more you dream, the further you get. All right. I believe in that. You can't put a limit on anything. Don't say that this is all that you can get. All right. The more you dream, the further you'll get. And I do put a limit on stuff when I talk to other people, when I talk about other people, because I like to be honest. All right. But there's always a caveat. Caveats are like other things. All right. If I tell you that you can't make the NBA, I mean like you can't make the NBA. That does not take into account you changing who you are. And I don't mean going out and having surgery to get taller. I mean like changing every aspect of who you are. Because let's say that I said that Finn Kaufman can't make the NBA. And Finn Kaufman is just some kid from Lafayette who works at basketball this much. I met him, and that's what he was. But now let's rewind time. I met Finn like maybe a year and a half ago. Let's say the first day I met him, he's the same height, same parents, same skill level, same everything. But he works out for 8 hours a day. How he gets homework done, I don't know. He's just smart. He figures it out, or his parents just don't care. I don't know. But he doesn't. He does not work on school as much because he's just doing basketball 8 hours a day. And when he works out, he's diving on the floor. He's flying everywhere, and he's just begging for more information. He's asking for more and more and more. And everything I tell him, I'm like, hey, maybe run 5 miles a day. He's like, done. And boom, he's doing it. He's watching game film. He's doing this, doing the jump ropes. And he's also remembering things. This version of Finn Kaufman is remembering things. Everything I tell him, he remembers. Boom, stone cold. How does he remember them? He goes home, he rewrites it down. And he's crazy. He bought our book, he rewrites it down, and he's memorizing all this stuff. Now, you ask me how that kid's gonna do. Can that kid make the NBA? I'll be like, maybe. I've never heard of a kid like that. Yeah, he can probably make the NBA. All right, that's a very special human being. No one's like that. All right, so those are when I put caps on people. When I say you can't make certain things, but don't ever forget that you can change who you are. All right, again, you can't put a limit on anything. The more you dream, the further you get. Don't forget to actually dream it. Dreaming it allows you to visualize it. And you have to actually see a path forward. All right. I don't even move unless I see a path forward. I have plans that go out right now. Where's my plan going out to? I am now planning right now for September of next year. How many months ahead is that? 10 months ahead. All right. And it's detailed plans. All my March stuff, like January, February is done. I'm not even working on that. My March stuff is like gone, like good. It's like all scheduled, but like I still have to like meet the people, right? My summer stuff, mostly planned, mostly. That one's a little up in the air. But my September stuff is the stuff that I'm trying to work on right now. That's how far ahead that I plan. And my limits, no limits. After I create my basketball program, make it perfect, I want to do leagues and tournaments. After that, I want to do a school of just basketball. After that, every single state. After that, every single country. There is no stop. I don't see a stop. I mean, when I die, there you go. That's a stop. And my dream is I want this program to run after I die. All right. But to do that, I have to still be alive and I have to back off. I have to have everything in place every single day, every single person paid for, every single time that someone quits, they get replaced by a system perfectly. And then I get to back away and I get to watch it for a year to make sure that it's perfect without me interfering. I do nothing. And then that's the first part of my dream. Second part is then I put that into every state in America. Put that system that I create, that franchise, and make it into every state in America. So again, I'm always growing. So for you guys, see the path, make the path possible, and then follow the path. Say, what do I need? And if you need someone to be honest with you, ask me. Say, hey, John, is this enough to make it to the pros? And I will tell you, you need to add this, this, or this. And then you will say, I can't do that. I'll say, okay, then you can't make it. And if you're like, well, hey, you're limiting me. No, I'm not. You're limiting you. All right. All I said was, you can't make the pros shooting 100 shots a day. You're trying to tell me anything's possible, right? I can make the pros by eating Cheerios, right? No. Anything's possible means if you work hard enough, then anything's possible. So understand all that, please. All right. Next things. Middle school workouts. We have one-on-one cutthroat in the play scenario, double the post on the dribble, outlet pass back to the sideline. Missed free throws on purpose when you needed to score. 10 plus seconds down by 3 with free throws. High school, you guys got swoop layup chase, what Sway and I did today, and I went against him. I just went straight at him, and notice he wasn't coming over all the way, and I think he was scared to get hit by me, which is a good sign. I'm freaking huge compared to him, but know that in real games, people are going to be scared to. They're going to be scared of you too. If you go straight and they're still moving, it's a foul waiting to happen. So for this drill, we would drive, and as they come over, I aim for him. I shoot my layup, I do that, but I'm looking for him. I'm looking to seek the contact. Because if his legs are moving and I bang into him, it's a foul. So defensively, when I was guarding him, I was still blocking him a few times. I would come over, I would jump out of his way, and I would reach over and try to block him. All right, that's a hard play for me to make, but he needs to come in faster and hit me more. He has to get creative on it. I throw with a little higher arc or something. But as an offensive player going in there, don't be afraid. If they're late, you got to swoop in there and you got to jump before they even set their feet. Now they have to avoid you. And a bad defender is going to hit you every time and you'll get the foul. Athletic rebounds to put back, throw the ball off the backboard, smash it, and then shoot it. I told him who has more of a chance to get the rebound, a guard or a center? And the answer is, center because he's taller, but a guard because a center is being boxed up by a big guy. A guard is being boxed up by a guard. A center is close to the basket, having to jump straight up and down. The guard is running in and jumping, so he has the momentum. All right. The center is turning around, looking to see who they're going to box out. The guard is looking at the ball the entire time and has a better vision of the ball. Also, the center, when the ball hits the rim, it's probably going to go out long if it's a far away shot. The guard is already out there, so he gets to pursue that ball further. All right. So really, guards have the better chance of getting the rebound. Also, lastly, I think guards don't box out guards. And centers are used to boxing out. Guards aren't used to boxing out, so you get to just sprint right by them. So when you're guard and your job is not to get back, you need to sprint in to go get some offensive rebounds. All right, sprint in there. All right? And if you're guarding a guard, please box them out. Don't let them sprint by you. Next one is meet the post on the break. For this one, I ran down the middle, and Sway had to hit me, and he asked me which way he should hit, this way or the opposite way. You want to face the ball on the wing. When they come down, you hit them with this forearm. And then you want to make me go behind you. Don't take your eyes off the ball. Touch me behind you and then turn this way. And you want to straddle the defense. Very, very important to straddle so that they don't swing the ball and get you I don't know the word. I can't think of the word. But to get you sealed in the wrong way. So make sure that you straddle so you can guard them on both sides. Next one is all out denied great players. Well, this one is all about focus. And I thought it would be a cool idea if you shot a shot. If your team shot a shot as it hits the rim, maybe your team might get the rebound. Just to mess with them, go guard their best player immediately. And if your guys get the rebound, you hit the guy anyways. So he knows that oh crap, you're coming after me the whole time. How do I get better at all out denying? I was just saying, you got to focus on that. And it has to be the job that your coach gave you. And a great thing to ask is this. This is what I told Sway earlier. If you see some guy scoring, that's your time to enter the game. Say, hey, coach, do you want that guy to not score a point? Don't say anything else. Be like, I can't offer you loose balls, rebounds. I'm not going to be a help side. I will just stop that guy. Not anyone else, that guy from scoring. If you say that, I think a lot of coaches would give you a chance. And as long as you focus and you're on them from full length court and you don't let them get a touch or breathe at all, and who cares where the ball is anywhere, you have a spot on the team. You have a spot on the court. All right. And don't be afraid to tell your coach that. All right. Last two before I leave, we got missed free throws on purpose when the late game situation with the lead. That means if you have a lead with you're up by 2 with 2 seconds to go, miss it on purpose because they would rather be down 3 while taking the ball out of bounds to throw it long than to get a rebound down by 2 with no timeouts and to try to throw up full court. So there's a very special circumstance when you would do that. Last one is 10 plus seconds, down by 3, baseline out of bounds. Make sure that you get a good shot. No need to take a too quicker shot. But if you have it, take it so you can get the offensive rebounds. Don't send anyone back. And if you don't, create. There's enough time to create for other people's shots. Maybe even enough time to score a quick 2 and then go, but probably not. All right, that's all we got. Anyways, if you're going to Tice Valley, I'll see you guys then. And make sure that you check out our Hall of Fame video if you haven't yet. It's a pretty cool video. All right, see you guys later. Peace.